Okay, well as the outline option, which just starts you in the outline view of a brand new mind map so that you can add content in there, we also have the map option. So this is quite different again. And when some people think about mind mapping, they often think about this way of working. This is a very, very visual interface, which gives maximum flexibility to the user to pick up big branches and move them around on the screen. While you can export these to Word as well, the focus is very much on being able to create a very visual tool, which is going to support a user to crystallize their thinking about something complex on screen and just really express themselves in relation to where they want things to appear. So as you can see, I'm just clicking and dragging this big thick trunk of color around. I can click on my central idea here. And once I've done that, I can click on this section here and I could say, type in ingredients. And in the same way, if I wanted to, I could click on rapid fire and I could type in tea and I could type in milk and I could type in sugar, and you get these big thick trunks of color appearing on the right hand side. Additionally, you can just keep on creating branches by clicking on the plus button here. So now I can put in my types of tea. And the difference is that this is going to work a bit more like the kind of mind maps that you'd see in Mind View, because I could take this whole section on ingredients, and if I had another branch down here, I don't know, I'm going to call this other topic. Not feeling very inspired today. I'm going to create a subsection here. I could go ahead and click on ingredients and drag the whole of this section down over the top of subsection, and it will remap it to that section of the map. So the focus of this interface is really to be able to pick things up and move them around much more like the mind maps you're expecting to see in Mind View, but with the added flexibility to really move stuff around where you want them on the screen. These branches are very, very flexible. And I'm going to actually take ingredients and drag it back here over the top of my central idea, which will separate that into a different branch. In the same way, you can click on here and you can add images on particular sections of your map. So if I did a search for tea, I've got the similar kind of options appearing there, and I can just drag it over the top of that particular section. So it's great for creating sort of visual maps. I can click on ingredients and I can nest those sections in exactly the same way. Now, it is worth looking at the outline view here. You will notice there is not an arrange button, because the purpose of this interface is that you haven't got a button that's going to tidy up the map and put it in a linear order. You're just free to put things wherever you want in your particular map. If I click on outline, we can see that if I start moving things around, if I move other topic down to the very bottom of the screen here, and I jump back into the map view, that really isn't going to do anything at all. So if a student does want to take advantage of the outline, I would suggest that what they want to do is create their sections and their hierarchies. And then when they think they've got all the content into their mind map that they're happy with, you know, maybe they've added in a text note here, there you go, there's my brilliant essay. You could then really go into the outline view, and then at the point that you're confident that you've got your ideas in, then start dragging this around and moving it to different places. Again, you can bump the hierarchies up if you want that to be on a higher level. In exactly the same way, you can do Control and A, and you can go in and you can change the font if you don't like Times New Roman, and you can go ahead and transfer that out to a Word document in exactly the same way that you do with the diagram view. So it's really up to you to do a bit more investigation and see if you can find some tools that I haven't talked about. Maybe you want to investigate the presentation tool at the top of the screen that will allow you to automatically convert your mind map into a presentation. Maybe you'll want to have a look under File and Export, which gives you some different options for different export types. So we've got word processor. You can even create web pages with inspiration, or you can export your mind map as an image. There's lots of tools hidden in and around this particular package, and generally, while these videos can start you off A bit of experimentation and comparing and contrasting between different mind mapping programs is going to give you the best possible starting point for remembering the differences between them.